I have some questions here, primarily for Ms. Patel, to look at the impact that these hearings may have had on the cooperation of Muslim Americans with law enforcement, and on how these hearings may have set a tone that could further divide Muslim Americans from mainstream America. I'm going to ask those, but I hope this is the last set of hearings on this issue. You know, Dr. Odman, you said something that about the religious freedoms that are available in this country to practice your faith as you choose it. I completely agree with you, completely. I thank God I was born in this country, that my father, a devout Muslim who immigrated to this country, that helped build one of the first mosques in Michigan, located in a country that provided me with the freedom to follow my faith. Being a little boy in the mosque, and as certain as I was sitting there in the mosque, knowing in my heart that Christ is the Son of God, I could choose to be a Roman Catholic that I am today, lay minister in my church. But I firmly believe that the tone of these hearings, singling out the Muslim American community in our attempt to combat terrorism, I believe it undermines those religious freedoms that we all cherish in this country. And I do believe it's a civil rights issue, and here's why. This is my statement, and I'll allow you to, Ms. Patel, to respond. But in metropolitan Detroit, there was a religious center that was being constructed, and on it, spray painted, was a gun, was a Christian cross, was the word Mohmed, which is a grossly misspelled reference to Muhammad, and then there were the words F-U. The building that was under construction was not a mosque. It's a Sikh temple. Sikh, the same people that were murdered after 9/11. These hearings are not an assault against Islam, it's assault against all Americans, especially Asian Americans. I understand that. Being South Asian and black, I'm constantly profiled here. There's not a week I walk through this Capitol complex without being stopped and asked for my ID. Why? Why? Come on, people. You know, you want to cite the Quran as being the basis for some of these violent extremists? We can cite any holy book and take words out of context. It's not the words in the book that's the problem. It's the twisted human minds and the evil motives behind people that create this violence. Come on, let's stop attacking religion here. Look, I know some of our intentions may be good, but overall, if we could stay focused on protecting Americans right now from physical harm, that's why I wanted to be on this committee. I need some resources to protect our drinking water system in Detroit from bioterrorist attack. That's what I want to talk about right now. Or how we can have a real cybersecurity bill that'll protect my Ambassador Bridge from being dismantled, the busiest international border crossing in all of North America. I unfortunately realize I've used up most of my time. Ms. Patel, if you could just respond to the fact on your view on these hearings and the impact it may have had in possibly undermining that trust and cooperation between Muslim Americans and law enforcement that we totally need to help stop any of these potential terrorist attacks. I welcome your comments.
I'm not a law enforcement official, so I would go back to actually the testimony of Sheriff Baca at the first of these hearings, where he points out that, you know, an approach that is based on divisiveness and singling out a particular religion is not helpful to law enforcement. And we know Muslim Americans have been incredibly helpful to law enforcement. So I think we should make sure that we preserve that relationship in every way we can. Thank you.